What makes Subway such a popular destination? It's quite obviously the sandwiches, but that said, not all of Subway sandwiches are created equal. Some are irrefutably better than others. Let's take a look at Subway's offerings, beginning with the worst of the worst and heading to the very best. When you visit Subway, the one thing you should absolutely never order is their tuna sandwich. Even if you love homemade tuna sandwiches, Subway's version is just disgusting. First of all, they add way too much mayonnaise. Secondly, the mayo that this sandwich chain uses is gross tasting and has a watery consistency. Third, many agree that something is really wrong with the flavor of the tuna. It tastes nothing like the canned tuna you buy at the supermarket. It's so different that the taste of Subway's tuna has got some people a bit alarmed. Recently, Subway was sued over their tuna sandwich. In the lawsuit, plaintiffs claimed that this sandwich contains no actual tuna and may not even contain any fish at all. If that's true, that could explain why Subway's tuna tastes so strange. Yet Subway has claimed that its tuna is only fish with mayonnaise. Even if we find that Subway is right, after all, you should still stay far away from this frankly grotesque sandwich. It just tastes terrible no matter which vegetables you try to use in order to dress this sad sandwich up. Pick any other sandwich at Subway and you'll assuredly be much happier. Even if you're the most boring human being on this planet, there's no justifiable reason for you to order the Veggie Delite sandwich. This dull sandwich comes with lettuce, spinach, red onions, cucumbers, tomatoes, and green peppers on wheat bread. Sure, Subway has fresh vegetables and yummy bread, but instead of ordering a Veggie Delite, you can easily find a better fast food salad that won't break your heart like this lunch.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should just save the goodbyes for tomorrow, at lunch.
Oh. Okay.
Speaking of salads, Subway has a lot of salads on their menu these days. However, these things are also a waste of time and money. Their salads are basically just their sandwiches without the bread. If you don't like Subway's bread, you shouldn't even go to Subway in the first place, making these salads a moot point at best. Unless you're a vegetarian who is trapped inside of a Subway and you have no chance of escaping, don't order the Veggie Delite sandwich or its salad equivalent. If you adore authentic Philly cheesesteaks, you will absolutely hate Subway's steak and cheese sandwich. This imposter sandwich tries to capitalize on what makes Philly cheesesteaks popular, but it's missing all the heart, soul, and scrumptiousness that makes the real deal so unforgettable. Comparing a genuine Philly cheesesteak to a steak and cheese sandwich from Subway would be like comparing a steak you can get at a top steakhouse to a steak you find at the back of the freezer at your local dollar store. The biggest issue with the steak and cheese is the steak half of the equation, which proves to be a pretty difficult hurdle to overcome. The meat has a minimal amount of flavor and the texture is overcooked and way too chewy. It comes with white American cheese that tastes pretty good, but definitely not good enough for you to overlook the meat. The other default ingredients of this sandwich are green peppers and red onions, which don't do much to elevate the steak and cheese on their own. On paper, it sounds like the cold cut combo would be a diverse choice of meats and veggies that will make things interesting. In reality, this sandwich is too plain and tepid to recommend. The cold cut combo sandwich comes with 3 different types of meat: salami, ham, and bologna. Individually, those 3 varieties of meat don't disappoint. However, once that threesome enters your mouth, the flavor is surprisingly underwhelming. You can't taste the individual flavors of each cold cut, while there's very little spiciness or sweetness to liven up the party. Perhaps if you're a small child with a picky palate, this is an okay sandwich. For a fully grown adult, however, you will be left wanting more. Deep in your heart, you will now know that this sandwich deserves to be on the list of things you shouldn't order at Subway. Don't let Happy Gilmore fool you.
This fresh, delicious, tasty, meaty, turkey-filled, cold-cut combo.
The buffalo chicken sandwich at Subway isn't as bad as you may think, but it also might not be exactly what you're expecting. If you're anticipating something that tastes like buffalo wings, you might be disappointed. Instead of using chicken that has been deep fried, Subway uses grilled chicken. If you're cool with that substitution, then you may very well enjoy the sandwich. The grilled chicken in the sandwich is smothered with Frank's Red Hot sauce, which is quite possibly the best sauce of its kind. The buffalo chicken sandwich also comes with ranch, and while Subway doesn't have the best fast food ranch, it's decent enough and serves its purpose well. If you know what you're getting and you keep your expectations in check, it's not a horrible idea to order the buffalo chicken sandwich, even though you can do better. The Black Forest ham sandwich shouldn't be better than the cold cut combo, but it is. This just goes to prove that more isn't always better. If you order this sandwich, the flavor of the Black Forest ham will have the room and the opportunity to shine and won't be crowded with other meats angling for your attention. True, this is unlikely to be the greatest ham that you've ever tasted, but the texture is pleasant and its flavor is still pretty good. The basic ingredients that come with the Black Forest ham sandwich are lettuce, spinach, green peppers, red onions, cucumbers, and tomatoes. To help add some pizzazz to the sandwich, you should strongly consider adding both cheese and sauce. If that's still not enough excitement for your ham-hungry palate, consider adding black olives and banana peppers for an added flavor boost. While this sandwich is only average when compared to other fast food sandwiches out there in the wide world, the turkey breast sandwich at Subway is still better than you might have been expecting. Typically, sliced turkey in a sandwich has a neutral taste at best and is only eaten when you're trying to follow a healthy diet. But surprisingly, Subway's sliced turkey is actually pretty good and flavorful. The turkey is oven roasted, which results in a flavor with a notable amount of depth. If you don't alter anything, this sandwich comes on wheat bread with lettuce, spinach, cucumbers, tomatoes, green peppers, and red onions. You could definitely add more to it, but you'll be satisfied even if you keep it as is. Especially considering that if you do, this sandwich has only 219 calories per serving, along with 20 grams of protein and less than 3 grams of fat. The oven-roasted chicken sandwich at Subway is a worthy choice that won't disappoint anyone who's looking for good flavor in a fast food sandwich. Actually, it's even better than it sounds. When you first order this sandwich, you probably think you're going to get something with sad little strips of chicken between slices of bread. That's not the case. Instead, you'll receive a sandwich with a large chicken breast in it. The chicken is oven-roasted in a way that manages to lock in all the juices and flavor while still retaining decent texture. If you think most Subway sandwiches are annoyingly dry, try ordering one of these and you will likely be pleasantly surprised. If you order the foot-long version of the oven-roasted chicken sandwich, there will typically be 2 large chicken breasts inside the assembly. As a bonus, the oven-roasted chicken sandwich is a relatively healthy choice, depending in part on the additions you make to the sandwich. So, what exactly is Subway's Italian B.M.T sandwich and why is it called that? The real answer is actually pretty complicated and has almost nothing to do with the sandwich's ingredients. Originally, Subway's B.M.T sandwich was named after a part of the subway system in New York City. However, the official explanation Subway gives these days is that B.M.T stands for biggest, meatiest, tastiest. That may be a weird retrofit of the original sandwich name, but it turns out that Subway isn't lying. This sandwich is legitimately big, meaty, and tasty. The Italian B.M.T sandwich features Black Forest ham, spicy pepperoni, and Genoa salami as its meats. While the cold-cut combo is monotonous despite having 3 types of meat, this sandwich is vibrant from the first bite. You can clearly taste the ham, pepperoni, and salami, and there are enough flavors at play to keep your taste buds fully entertained for the duration of your meal. Bacon makes everything taste better, right? Melted cheese makes everything taste even better, too. Combine bacon and melted cheese on a Subway sandwich, and you probably won't be stunned to learn that the result is nearly a culinary masterpiece. The chicken and bacon ranch sandwich begins with all white strips of chicken that have been marinated and seasoned to perfection. If you like tender chicken, you'll be in love. Next up, strips of bacon are added to the sandwich. Then, Monterey cheddar cheese is melted over the top of the chicken and the bacon. Add your toppings, and the savoriness of all these yummy ingredients will assuredly blow your mind. The Meatball Marinara sandwich from Subway sounds like it'd be a gimmick. What would a fast food restaurant know about meatballs or marinara anyway? Surprisingly, though, that's not the case. This Subway sandwich is actually one of the very best things on their entire menu. This meal probably doesn't classify as authentic Italian food, sure, but your taste buds won't dare to complain. On the Meatball Marinara sandwich, you will discover flavorful meatballs that have been immersed in a delectable marinara sauce. The tomatoey goodness of the marinara and the Italian spices in the meatballs are glorious. For a limited amount of time, Subway sold a meatball marinara sandwich that used plant-based meatballs. It was actually quite tasty. If it ever becomes a permanent part of Subway's menu, it would deserve a spot near the top of this ranking. If your sweet tooth is pleading for nourishment the next time you're at Subway, one answer is to order one of their criminally underrated cookies. Specifically, their white chocolate macadamia nut is a cookie you should try before you shuffle off this mortal coil. However, there's another option, and it's not a baked good apart from the bread. Pick the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sandwich, and your sweet tooth and everything else in your mouth will be overjoyed. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki sandwich contains chicken strips that have been glazed with sweet teriyaki sauce until every inch inch of the chicken is completely covered. The teriyaki sauce is really good, even compared to teriyaki sauce you can find at the classiest Japanese restaurants in your city. The sweetness doesn't stop there, as the sandwich is also doused with a liberal amount of sweet onion sauce. This fat-free sauce is so tasty that you'll be licking all 10 of your fingers at the end of your meal. Many people believe that the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sandwich is actually the best Subway sandwich of them all. While it's very, very close, there's one sandwich that is just a little bit better. While it's certainly a close call, the spicy Italian sandwich deserves to be named as the best sandwich sold at Subway. First of all, and most importantly, it's totally delicious. The other reason why it deserves the title is that it's incredibly versatile. Pick any bread, any sauce, any cheese, or any other topping Subway has to offer, and it will go perfectly with the spicy Italian sandwich. This attribute allows you to create the sandwich of your dreams without any reservations or second guessing. The meats on the spicy Italian sandwich are Genoa salami and pepperoni, the two most distinctive meats Subway sells. Combined, they have a gratifying spiciness, and each bite pops with a memorable amount of flavor. The veggies that come standard on the sandwich are lettuce, cucumbers, green peppers, tomatoes, and red onions. But again, feel free to customize this bad boy to your heart's content. No matter what you pick, you'll be thrilled with the results, and you will be in full agreement that this is Subway's best sandwich. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite fast food chains are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.